Hello everyone, welcome to Winged Paper Crafting. My name is Angel Fitch. If you're new around here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm so glad you've stopped by my YouTube channel. Today we're going to do our second video and our third and fourth alternatives for the July 2025 Paper Pumpkin Kit called Sweeter With You. These are the cards that you could have made. There were 8 in this kit, so you could have made these if you'd done them as intended. And they're very cute, but we're gonna, step ours up a bit. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first one we're going to do, okay, let me get this over here. We've got a piece of Poppy Parade that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Whoops, sorry. We're gonna get this a nice burnish. Okay, so we've got that. We've got, you'd think I'd have a piece for the inside put together, but you know what? Looks like I forgot that. So let me grab one so that we can go ahead and have an inside piece. I'm not sure this is exactly the size we need. It's not, so we're going to cut it down real quick here. So let's see. We need this to be 4 by 5 1/4. I think it's probably already 4, which it is. So just let me cut this to 5 1/4. There we go. Now we've got our inside piece. And we have got some other goodies here. So I've got half of a card base that is 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to put this on the front. So not that one, but here. And then I've got some other stuff. So in the kit, there came this really cute basket to put strawberries in, and the kit only came with 2 of them, and I thought, wow, that's not going to be good. So I immediately traced it and made our own template for a basket, and I just laid this one down on some cardstock, traced around it, and when it came to the little holes here at the bottom, I just used a regular sized hole punch to punch out these little pieces right here. So I just made 3 punches in here, and then I took my snips and just kind of cleaned up the edges there a little bit. So now I have my own basket. I can make strawberry baskets forever because I have my own template. So for this kit, for this card, I didn't want to use the one that came in the kit. That's going on a different card. So I made my own out of the one of the envelope flaps. So the checkered envelope flap I took and made into a basket. So I've also got several strawberries that I cut with the Circle of Season dies. So I used the this piece for the green. This and this make up the green piece. So the top of the strawberry. And then this one and this one make up the inside of the strawberry. So I cut several of these strawberries that we're going to use. And I cut, well, then I'm going to use some of these flowers that came in the kit. So these were punch outs. But I also took one of these strawberries. I had cut an extra. And I went ahead and kind of chopped it up a little bit. And I think I'm missing a piece. Oh my goodness, where's the third piece? It was just here 2 seconds ago. Where could it have gone? Is it stuck to one of these? Nope. Okay, well, let's see. We might just have to deal here. I can't believe I lost it. But anyway, so the point is we're going to take these and we're going to put them inside our basket at the bottom here so that it looks like our basket is completely full of strawberries. So I'm going to, I think I'll just use this one, but I'll cut it in half to make our other 2. Let me grab a pair of scissors. Where are my snips? Okay. Oh, I feel them. Here we go. Okay. So let's take this piece because this is going to fit. Oh, here it is. I found it. Yay. Okay. So we're just going to kind of glue them here at the back, at the bottom. So I'm just going to take a little bit of glue here and just put a thin line around the little holes here. take our pieces and we'll put that in there. And I'm going to flip it over just so I can kind of manipulate it if I need to, but that one looks pretty good. So we'll wait till that one dries in there, and we'll put this bigger one over here. And that looks pretty good. And then this one in the middle. Whoops. Okay, so I don't know if I have enough glue on this one. Alright, that looks pretty good. So now it looks like we have a full basket of strawberries, except that one I knew didn't have enough glue on it. Let's just put a little bit more glue here. We will get it to stick. Okay. And we're just going to put that right there. There we go. Alright, perfect. So now we've got a basket. So let's go ahead and put our card front on. So we're going to go ahead and open this up, and we're going to use our seal. Not on that side. Oh my goodness. To the back side for sure. Okay. So we'll put this right here, centered in the middle. Just like that. Okay. Now, we're also going to, so we're going to put our basket, oops, where'd you go? Come here. Right here in the middle. I have this backing, this sentiment backing here that came in the kit, and it goes with the stamp that says hello friend. So here's the stamp. So it says hello friend, and it goes right here. So we're going to stamp that here in a minute. But I'm wanting to know, should we put our I guess I'll put our sentiment at the bottom, which is fine. So we're going to put our basket here kind of in the middle. And then we're going to tuck our strawberries down into it. So I'm going to take this and just put seal on the outer edge. And I'll go this way on here and across the bottom. Okay, so I left the top of it open so that we can put our strawberries in it. So I'm going to put that right there. I'm not going to push it down very hard so that we can make sure we get our berries in. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got several. I don't think we'll need all of these, but you know, I was an overachiever. So we're going to put this down here. And we're just going to put like there. And one over here. And we'll put one in the middle. So right in here. Okay, so there's our first layer. And we could stop there. It looks perfectly fine just like that. But I'm going to take another couple and tuck in back here. So I think 5 is probably the magic number here. But we'll see how it looks when I get it up here. So we're going to put this one here. And here we'll put this one over here. And now it looks like we have a very full basket of strawberries, which I like. And I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, do we need one? I don't think we need one in the middle. Let's just leave it like that. Well, maybe, I don't know. It bothers me not to be symmetrical. Do we need another one? It's pretty tall if we do. What do you think? Would you put the would you put the 6th one in, or would you leave it at 5? I think I'm going to leave it at 5. I think I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it down here. So we'll say that one of them fell out of the basket. And it tumbled down at the bottom. So we'll put it like right there. Okay, so we're going to leave it like that. I think it looks very cute. And let's see, put the lid back on the glue. Now, let's go ahead and do our stamping, and then we'll put our flowers on. So I've got this sentiment piece. I've got the stamp already on the block. We're going to use Poppy Parade for our ink. And I'll see if we can do this without having any ink disasters tonight. So let's, cross our fingers. Okay, that looks pretty good. So let's see if we can get this down here. I'm just going to hold it for just a minute or a second here, not really a minute, just a couple seconds. So we make sure good that the ink transfers over. Oops. And there we go. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love it. Okay, so I want to go ahead and pop this up on some dimensionals. So let me grab some of those. And we'll pop this up and then we'll get off our flowers on around it. Okay, so we're going to do just like that. Get the backs off here. Okay. I'm going to put this right down here. Okay, so we've got that. Now, let's get our little flowers on here. And we might just use these as our embellishments. I don't know if we're going to put any gems on it or not. I haven't quite decided. I pulled some out in case I think we need it, but I'm not sure that we're going to need it because the flowers are going to do the job of what a gem would have done, which is basically just, be our embellishment. Let's see. Let's put one up here. And we'll put one down here in the corner. Okay. We can get it to stick to the card and not to my finger. Okay, so there's that. Now, let's stamp the inside. Since we've got Hello Friend on the outside, there's another stamp that was in the set. It says, whoops, Life is Sweeter with You. So I'm going to put that on the inside. So we'll get our ink back out here. And we'll go ahead and ink this up. And see if we can get this down straight, or as straight as possible. Hold it for just a couple seconds. There we go. Life is Sweeter with You. Okay, we'll get this on the inside of our card. And then we'll take just a quick peek at the gems that I picked out, and we'll see if we want to use them. I'm still debating. I guess we could put them on the inside of the flower in the middle. That might make that sparkle a bit. Or we could, I got some glue over there we'll need to get off. So let's see. I just used these pink and purple ones here, and there's the iridescent ones. I think I'm going to skip that, honestly, and I think I'm going to grab the Wink of Stella, and I think we'll just Stella this up a little bit. And I think that will be just as pretty as doing a gem. So we'll give our flowers just a little bit of sparkle here. So we'll do this one down here. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So, lid back on there. And isn't that cute? Alright, very cute. So there's our first one. We'll put that to the side. Now, we'll start on our second one. So our second one's going to be, we've got a few pieces here. And a stamp or two. Let's see if oh my goodness. See, get the card base. Here we go. So we're just going to start with white. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We'll give this a good burnish. And I do have a piece for the inside that's 5 by 4 1/4. This piece of green was half of a card base, so we're going to put that on the outside there. So we'll go ahead and get this on here, and I think we are out of seal. Oh, that is just not good. Okay, we're relegated to liquid glue until I get more seal, which is okay. Not the end of the world. All right, so let's get this on the front. Just like that. Oops. Of course, it does tend to move around on you if you're not careful. Okay, so there's our card front. Now, I've got a piece. This is a scalloped piece that came in the kit. It's got a nice little stitched border there in the inside of the scallops. We're going to put this down. I had another piece of a card base that I cut in. This is 4 by, let's see, 1 and what? 1 3/8. Okay. So we're going to put that across our, here in the middle. So let's go ahead and get that down. We're going to stamp in our scallop. So we're going to stamp on that before we put it on here. This I just want kind of right here across the middle. Kind of just like right there. Okay. I've got strawberry, but I don't know if that came from, I guess it goes on this card. Was that the extra one I had on the other card? Doesn't matter. We're going to use it. How about that? So, we're going to stamp, though, on this first before we put it on. So, we're going to stamp Thank You, which was another stamp that came in the kit. And then on the inside, we're going to put You're the Best. So, this stamp then. So, we're going to put these here. I'm going to use Garden Green, which was the color that came in the kit. So the little spot that came in it was Garden Green. But I'm going to use the big pad here. And we will just put this right in the middle there. We'll hold that for just a second. There we go. So thank you. And then You're the Best. Ink that up and we'll get that in here. Let's see, straighten the paper. Let's see, I hope that's straight. Close enough. Okay, so You're the Best. Let's put our ink away. Now, let's see. We'll go ahead and put this on the inside. And then we'll decorate up our outside. Okay, so we'll get this in here. I wish I could get to the point where I felt comfortable enough to actually just stamp on the inside of the card. Think of all the paper I'd save. But you know what? As soon as I did that, I'd mess it up. So we're not going to do that. Okay, so we're going to pop this up on some dimensionals there. So here get these popped up. And then we're going to put our strawberry on. And maybe some gems. I'm thinking maybe some gems on this one. I didn't get any flowers for this one. But that's okay. Sometimes, I'm not sure how we got 2 there. Sometimes simple is just as good, you know? So, let's put this in the middle. Just like that. And we'll put our little strawberry. Let's see, where can we put it? Maybe right there. Seems to be some room. So actually what we're going to do, I'm going to take 1 dimensional and I'm actually going to cut it in half. And I'm going to put it just along this edge here. And I'll put this other half just down here. So basically what I want to do, since this is popped up, I don't want to pop this up again, but I want to just do, if I can get to the end, get the back of it off. Come on. Oh my goodness, it doesn't want to. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is then I'm going to put liquid glue on the other side. Okay, because one side is going to go on to what we've already popped up. I don't want the other side dragging. So that's why I put the the dimensionals on the one side, so now it's all the same height. So that's good. Okay, let's see. Some gems. What do we think? Green or pink? There's a little pink in there. We could use the, let's see, what did I do with those other ones that I had? The slushy ones. Here they are. We could do these as well. Maybe we'll do the iridescent ones. I think that will be cool. Let's do those. Let me find my take your pick tool. I'm going to do these. We're going to give it some real bling and some shine. Let's see. Put one here. And we'll do one right here. How's that? Perfect. Okay, so here are our 2 cards that we did tonight. So cute. I just love this kit so much. When this glue dries right here, I don't know that it's dry enough. But when it dries, I'm going to take my rubber eraser, wherever I put that, and just erase that off. It'll come right off as soon as it dries. So we'll get that off here soon. Okay, there they are. So cute. All right, so don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and ring that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. And we're going to be back. I'll be back in a couple of days with our next set of alternatives because we have plenty more to go. So stay tuned. And for now, have a crafty evening. Bye.